Andrew, I look at you tonight, a man with joy in your life and a light in your eyes. I am proud of the man that you have become. Jess, I can honestly say that joy, that light, is all because of you. I thank you for giving Andrew that spark and being the missing piece in his life. Your story, Andrew, has only just begun. Tonight is another chapter. Tomorrow will be the same. For you, I couldn't imagine a better person to sit by your side as you fill that book and continue your story.
I mean, weddings have a lot of details. Jess was right on top of things, and it really was a nice build-up, and then we all met with the rabbi, and that was a very meaningful time for all of us.
We are here to mark a love, to recognize that two people have found one another, two families are coming together, and also to acknowledge that there are people who are here very much in spirit and very much in our hearts, if not here in person. And that is something that is particularly heartfelt, of course, now, Jessica, as we remember your mother, Mary. And our tradition teaches that their love, the love that comes before you, is what makes this love possible. And we believe that somewhere on high, high above that chuppah, that they are dancing. Just as your hearts are soaring, so are theirs, because their love anticipated and made possible this love.
Just walking down the aisle with Andrew and seeing the smiles on everybody's faces. And it just was a joyous occasion. It really was. The whole day was wonderful.
It was a really special day. We lost my sister a year ago, and making this day special for Jessica was a dream. I think it was everything she hoped for. I thought it was beautiful. Her mom was with us and showered us with sunshine and beautiful weather. I see infinity. I see that she can have whatever she dreams to have. She has the motivation. She has the personality. She's happy with her mate. And as long as they love each other, take care of each other, respect each other, they can reach the moon. They can have anything they want. They just have to do it together.
Hi, Andrew and Jess. I am so happy to be here, and I'm even more honored that you asked my husband to be your best man. We love you guys. Andrew, I've known you a lot longer, obviously, but Jess, you are perfect for him. We are so happy to welcome you into the Ram Squad Wives Club, and I just wanted to say congratulations. I hope tonight was everything you wanted and more, and I wish you nothing but happiness, love, and all the luck in the world. Love you.
I was fortunate to go with Jess when she picked out her wedding dress, and I went back with her for a fitting. So, I mean, we were a real part of this. But in the end, you know, there's nothing you can do except let it go, and we think the evening was phenomenal.
So I spent most of the day with Jessica and the bridesmaids. And as the day progressed, it was just lots of talking, and it was just a time for everybody to bond about Jessica and talk about her at college and talk about her growing up and what her dreams are for the future with she and Andrew.
Andrew was a ball of fire, always smiling, always active.
Well, he's still very energetic. He has a zillion friends. His fraternity brothers are very close to him, and many of them were at the wedding. And he's just very outgoing, and people think he's a really sweet guy.
I was concerned about everything, but I didn't have really a part in anything other than, I guess, to stand there and to be concerned. But it all looked like it was going really, really well, and I wanted that so much for both of them.
Yeah.
Big day.
I remember her mother. I remember my sister's excitement when my sister met him. When Mary met him for the first time, and he came into the house and gave her a hug. Her story of this, she was beaming. She was so happy for Jessica and Andrew having met each other. And that was probably 4.5 years ago.
They started out as friends at one of their jobs. He really thought that they were a good match because they kind of filled in the gaps for each other. He's very outgoing. Jess is much more close to the vest and a little bit more shy. She's very organized and forward-thinking, and he's just, whatever happens, happens. So we saw this relationship develop. Oh, I love you. I love you. That's okay. You look handsome. You look so handsome. Look at you. My baby boy. Wait, babe.
We're doing it. We're taking the plunge, boys.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's go see your...
All right.
What's up, Ash?
Dear Jess, I hope you had a magical day getting your hair and makeup done. You deserve to be pampered. I hope you are soaking it all in and getting ready for our magnificent evening we have planned. You have done such an amazing job planning this event, and it is going to be the most remarkable time of our lives. I am excited to spend the rest of my life with you, and I can't wait to grow old with you. I love you with all of my heart and will always stand by you.
Maybe you should wear those. I wonder who helped.
I wonder.
Oh my God. You're gorgeous.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are
Fine.
you? You okay?
You look wonderful. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Good. Almost.
Yeah, so it's like snaps out.
I've never seen that before. That's really, yeah, it's really gorgeous. That's great. Well, this is the coolest thing.
Oh yeah, well we helped him pick out the ring. We went with him to the jeweler, and when we saw this ring, we knew that it would be perfect for her. And he ended up asking her for her hand. It was one of the Jewish holidays, and the whole family was around.
Oh my God. I was already starting to cry like right there.
You heard the step.
Yeah.
And we all knew what was happening except Jess. Although she thought that he was acting a little odd that day.
Yeah, we're doing this. We're doing it.
And so after dinner, he came in with the ring, and she was sitting on the sofa, and he knelt down, and he all of a sudden he didn't have all this energy. He was so shy. He was so
He was
nervous. He was nervous,
and he didn't really remember everything that he had wanted to say, but it went well. And we we didn't get a cake. We got a giant cookie for them because I think it was Rosh Hashanah or something, and we wanted. It would have indicated, having a sweet year and sweet times. So I think that was a part, but
yeah, but it was very exciting.
She would always just talk about them. She knew him. She loved him. Of course, she always, wasn't sure anybody was going to be good enough for her Jessica. In her heart, she raved about him. I don't think Jessie knew how much she raved about him, or Andrew, because my sister would never let that show. But she was really happy.
Well, hi, Andrew and Jess.
Proud of you guys. Wish you nothing but the best. Really excited to be here tonight. It's awesome. What a party.
Congrats, Andrew, Jess. Mazel tov. Great wedding. Thanks for having us.
Andrew, Jessica, Bruchim Habaim, welcome to your chuppah, this beautiful sacred space. Top, Jessica, with your grandfather Arthur's talit to show the intergenerational blessing of this moment. The chuppah is a symbol of the home that you will build together, open on all sides to welcome us all into this celebration of your simcha, but also special, a sheltering presence for you, unique and exclusive to one another.
The rabbi spoke beautifully and really knew the two of them, so was able to really make sure everybody understood how they got there and where they were going.
At this moment, you complete one another. Each of you have traits that the other admires and even wishes that you have, so that together you are the whole deal. You are a great team. You complete one another as a package, supportive and caring, sticking with you through thick and thin. Andrew, that's what you said about how Jessica is with you, how she makes each day better than the one before. And Jessica, you shared that you love how Andrew is not scared to talk to any stranger he may meet along the way. He meets people and then they're friends, that's it. How he sticks to his word, how he accomplishes things, even if it takes a long time. But what didn't take a long time was for you both to know early on, after you started dating almost 5 years ago, that this love was the real deal, how much you complete one another, that you had found the person who completes you. It began in late 2017. You were in the same job training group. Andrew, you noticed Jessica. She was shy. You kept at it. You dropped a little Jewish hint by putting a piece of Hanukkah gelt on her desk. Slick move, slick move. There were some lunch breaks, a first date at dinner, and a terrible movie. You gotta make up for that one, Jessica, it's okay. There was a lost wallet. You gotta make up for that, Andrew, it's okay. There were early times with one another's families. You were, in those early days, realizing, even then, how much you complete one another. This is especially true, Andrew, in the support you gave in the difficult times of losing Mary, who is certainly celebrating on high tonight. That Jessica and Andrew, you have found the person who completes you in all emotions, highs and lows.
Aray at Mikudeshat Li Bitabad Zo Kedat Moshe Yisrael. Be consecrated to me as my wife with this ring according to the laws of Moses and the people of Israel.
Pereata, Mekudash Li, Be'etabaat, So, Kadat, Moshe, Yisrael. Be consecrated to me as my husband with this ring, according to the laws of Moses and the people of Israel.
Ani Lidodi, Bidodi Li. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine.
Jessica, you said yes. Otherwise, this whole evening tonight would be really awkward. You said yes to a lifetime of highs and lows, of the comfort and care that you find with one another. And so that, Andrew and Jessica, is my blessing for you. That you always complete one another. That you always say yes to one another, yes to a lifetime of fulfillment. A lifetime of full hearts. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
I see them getting their own home and a wonderful married life together. They're very family-oriented, so I think that both of them will stay close to their families, which is good. And just try to go with the flow and enjoy one day at a time.
Jessica and Andrew, we wish you the best of everything. And this ceremony was beautiful, and it was just like a fairy tale, and the two of you belong in that fairy tale, and many, many, many years of happiness from Margie and Steve Goldberg.
Thank you for inviting us. We were having a great time, and we always wish you the best, and knowing your parents and our Uncle Arthur and Troy, they would be proud of you right now.
Yes, they would.
And we love you, and have a wonderful marriage.
Bye-bye.
I want to thank everyone for being here today, whether you traveled near or far, for helping celebrate this special day, and especially to both families who put so much work into making this evening so beautiful.
When I walked in and saw how elegant it was, I knew that was her mother. I knew Jessica is like her mother and is beautiful, is elegant, classy. It was her mom and her taste, and it was gorgeous.
While our friendship started in college, and while there are so many good memories from that time, our friendship has grown and gotten stronger over the past 11 years. While we haven't spent much of the time living in the same city, our visits to New York and Philly are always something I've looked forward to.
To the bride and groom, I hope you have a very, very long life, both marital life and in years. Andrew, I hope you and Jessica walk in the footsteps of Jessica's grandparents and great-grandparents and live 90 years, 98 years, 101, and 102. L'chaim.
Through all the ups and downs in our friendship and in life, Andrew has always been a loyal friend. He's the first to call, the first to show up, and his dedication to the relationships in his life run deep. When I heard him talk about the loyalty he sees in Jess, I couldn't help but think how perfect these two truly were for one another. Loyalty in a relationship is an absolute must, and I believe the two of you have found the foundation your relationship is built on, and it's a strong one at that.
I remember when Jess first introduced us to Andrew at Justine's wedding and thinking how sweet she was with him and thinking this would be someone special who would be in her life for a very long time. Andrew is outgoing, funny, personable. He's also kind, caring, and sees the best in others. In all ways, Andrew brings out the best in Jess, and Jess brings out the best in Andrew. Jess and Andrew, you complement each other so perfectly, and it's easy to see and feel how much love is in the room tonight. I can't wait to see what the future has in store for you both.
Everything Andrew and Jess have done and gone through together has led them here tonight to be husband and wife. I can assure you the journey will not be easy. In fact, the best things in life rarely are. However, if the two of you do it together, it will be one full of memories, joy, and love.
So please join me in raising a glass to my best friend and hers, wishing a lifetime of happiness to the two of the most deserving people I know, to Jess and Andrew.
I kindly ask everyone to please raise their glasses and join me in congratulating the new Mr. and Mrs. Sappis. Mazel tov. Andrew and I didn't really interact with one another until around 7th grade, when we would attend the same bar and bat mitzvahs. Ironically enough, I wasn't even invited to Andrew's bar mitzvah. Something I still bust his chops about till today.
My dad's saying
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. She'll understand. She already knows about these. I've been talking about these for a while because they're gold.
I think it's nice.
If she got me gold cufflinks, I probably would. Just between us.
Can we call Garfield? Maybe they can smell them right now.
Oh yeah. You can put that.
Yeah, you can order at various times. Oh, this is what I want.
Wow.
And then
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mazel tov. Wow, it's broken, all right. It's broken. She wanted a second for good measure there. That's how we get one of these now.
Can you give him a kiss through there?
Oh, that's so corny. Oh, wow.
It's a huge truck of pasta.
Yeah.